Hello everyone and welcome to Project X Talk. My name is Ethan, aka White Sea Deer, and today we are going to go over all of the amazing video games coming out in February of 2022, and I'm going to be giving y'all my top 5. Before we go any further, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're putting out more content than ever, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. Make sure to catch us live every Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube. For our fine folks listening on podcast services, if you are on either Apple or Spotify, make sure to leave us a rating. We would really appreciate it. Thank you everyone for your support on our road to 300 subscribers. All right, let's get into it, people. We all know February is stacked. Next month is gearing up to be one of the biggest of the year, and I wanted to talk about a bunch of the amazing games that we will soon be playing. Before we jump into the top 5, I want to get in some honorable mentions, and in the interest of time, I'll be limiting them to 3 games, but just know there is a lot more than 3 honorable mentions that should be on this list, but here we go.
Somewhere far across the Ollie world is Radlandia, a nation where the beaches, trees, and rocks you ride across were forged by the skate gods themselves.
My first honorable mention is Ollie World. It is being developed by Roll7 and will be published by Private Division, subsidiary of Take-Two Interactive. It will be the 3rd installment of the Ollie skateboarding video game series, coming after the 2014 Ollie and the 2015 Ollie 2, Welcome to Ollie World. Quoting its synopsis on the Private Division website, quote, Ollie World is a bold new skateboarding action platformer that's bursting with personality. Flip and flow through the vivid and vibrant worlds of Radlandia, meeting colorful characters as you grind, trick, and air your way to discover the mystical skate gods on your quest for Nirvana. Traverse a delightful and weird world as you take on missions, challenges, and make new friends along the way. Customize your character's looks, tricks, and style while you experience explorable levels with multiple paths that provide an array of opportunities for player expression. Challenge the world in leagues and dare a friend to beat you in the best tricks on one of the millions of shareable levels. Experience the accessibility, depth, and player freedom as you dive into the signature flow state gameplay of Ollie World. Ollie World will be released on February 8th for PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. The next honorable mention I have on my list is Crossfire X. Crossfire X is a narrative continuation of the Smilegate developed and published tactical FPS Crossfire, which was first released in 2007. Mostly popular in Asian and European markets, Smilegate has partnered this time around with Remedy to bring the series worldwide. Remedy are the masterminds behind cinematic campaign adventures in games like Max Payne, Alan Wake, and Control. Ever since its announcement at E3 2019, the FPS community has been abuzz with the idea that the series that started as a CSGO-style FPS will now have a cinematic single-player campaign. This will also be the first foray into the console world for the Crossfire series, becoming available on February 10th exclusively on the Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S.
Sì, lo so che la dama uccide le giovani donne quando c'è la nebbia.
Vedi, Giulia, la sofferenza e la paura ci spingono a fare cose cattive anche se non siamo cattivi.
Come i soldati che uccidono gli altri soldati. Mi piace la dama, ho deciso, Tata. Poverina, soffre così tanto.
My next honorable mention is Martha is Dead. It is being developed by a small Italian indie team called LKA and being published by indie publisher Wired Productions. Martha is Dead is set in 1944 Italy, right in the midst of World War II. You play as a woman named Gilia, who finds the drowned body of her twin sister Martha. The subsequent hunt for the truth introduces elements of European folklore along the backdrop of the horrors of war. So far the game is shown to be hyper-realistic, with stunning graphical fidelity, which is claimed could confuse you between reality and game. The horrifying experience also features a copious amount of detailed gore. For those of you who are a bit squeamish like myself, this might be one to avoid. But for you mad lad horror junkies, this one is a must-play heading into the new month. Martha is Dead will be available on February 24th for PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S.
Yep. That's why I come here when I'm pissed off. So a lot, believe me. Look, Aiden. They're back on. They're fucking coming back on! You see that, Aiden? You see that? It's beautiful! Oh, I can't believe it! No, I just can't believe it!
Alright folks, now that we've gotten through our honorable mentions, let's dig into the top 5 games of February 2022. Number 5 on my list for February of 2022 is Dying Light 2 Stay Human. You know February is stacked when I got Dying Light 2 at number 5. It is the sequel to the wildly popular 2015 Dying Light. Being developed and published by Techland, the game takes place 20 years after the event of the first installment and puts you in the boots of protagonist Aiden Caldwell. Dying Light 2 is set to expand on the parkour elements that made the first game so popular. Developer Techland says that your choices can and will affect the world around you, making for an ever-changing cityscape. Recently, though, the development team was in hot water after saying their game could take up to 500 hours, but rest assured that is simply for those of us who are rabid completionists, which kinda sucks for us. But much like its predecessor, you will see the world before you become more challenging and horrifying at night. Every undead enemy you encounter will be stronger and angrier, so if you're like me, make sure to stay inside, play on your phone until dawn arrives. After suffering multiple delays with its initial release day supposed to be in spring of 2020, Dying Light 2 will finally see the light of day on February 4th and will be available on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S.
Yeah? What do you want?
None of your business.
Guys, we got a problem here.
Alright, next one on this list has had my attention for a while. Really excited about this one. It is Sifu, the kung fu beat-em-up action-adventure being developed and published by Slowclap. The main attractions to this piece is the combat and the aging system. Combat is said to be extremely varied, with over 150 moves to unlock and learn throughout your playthrough, with the added element of using the environment to your advantage. The combat in Sifu is set to be a constant, unique, and exciting experience. The aging system is expected to be an interesting element. The main character has a pendant that, while it can bring you back to life, it requires a sacrifice of some sort, with that sacrifice being your life force. Every time you die in-game, your character will age, eventually becoming an old man or woman, with the final death being their permanent end. But no worries, because in your subsequent playthroughs you will still be able to retain all of your knowledge and continue the story where you left off. Sifu is an incredibly interesting game that I am looking forward to, and its release date is February 8th for PC, PS4, and PS5.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. Hive god of cunning and lies.
Number 3, Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. Now I know what you're thinking. This isn't a new game, Ethan, this is a DLC. How could you betray us like this? Let me tell you something though. Witch Queen will be the largest expansion to Destiny 2 that Bungie has released in years. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, I know next to nothing about Destiny 2. I've never played it and probably won't start now. But from what I'm hearing from the community and the fan base, the Witch Queen will be world-shaking, with a massive inclusion of new lore and major continuation in the story so far. It'll introduce the new main antagonist Savathun, who apparently has been teased as an enemy for the past 7 years. The new update will also come complete with an entire new season of content like cosmetics and weapons. If you are a player of Destiny 2, you can look forward to jumping back into the action on February 22nd on PC, Stadia, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Alright everyone, let's take a breather for now. Let's take a step back. You all are fans of gaming, right? All of us love video games. That's why we're here, to talk about video games, to listen about video games, to play video games, alright? So all of you know what the next 2 games are gonna be. Alright, now I understand that no matter how I choose these 2, I'll probably get flamed in the comments, so just be nice to me, please. Here we go.
Readers, writing machines. This is not good.
Number 2 on my list is Horizon Forbidden West. Here we are. It is finally happening, people. Horizon Forbidden West is here, and every PlayStation fan is rejoicing as they prepare to step back into the shoes of Aloy and take on hordes of robot dinosaurs. Developed once again by Guerrilla Games and published by Sony, the game will take place in post-apocalyptic western US, and is set to make the world of Horizon bigger and better than ever. The story begins around 6 months after the events of Zero Dawn, tasking the young Nora tribe huntress to find the source of a plague that is ravaging the land, killing everything that it touches. In this game, the rogue gallery of mechanical monsters only grows since its predecessor, including the massive Shell Snapper, modeled after a snapping turtle, and Sunwings, pterodactyl-like robots that will bombard you from the skies. Traversal of the Horizon world will also be expanded upon, introducing underwater movement mechanics and enemies, as well as more options for climbing, giving Aloy the ability to use the grapple hook, which is clearly the new hotness in video games. Seriously, how has it taken us this long to realize how freaking awesome grappling hooks are? PlayStation fans rejoice, as one of your year's main events will be dropping on February 18th for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5.
I offer you an accord.
And of course, folks, number one is going to be Elden Ring. From Software's new foray into the open world will introduce an entire new set piece into their catalog of gems. Developed by From Software and published by Bandai Namco, Elden Ring is an entire new world, made in collaboration with the world-renowned author George R.R. Martin, and will be stylized much like previous Soul-type entries. After being revealed at E3 2019, no one has been able to keep their eyes off of Elden Ring, with the hype being some of the largest in gaming history. Much of the development was kept under lock and key until last year, when the doors opened and playtest codes were sent out to content creators and video game journalists. The first looks of gameplay were promising, delivering on the open world accent and also keeping with the tradition of Souls-type combat. Admittedly, the developers said this game will be easier for players and more accessible to newcomers, positioning this game to be the biggest launch in From Software's storied history. While we have been exposed to the gameplay more than most games, much of the narrative and story is still a mystery to most fans. We will be able to unlock the secrets of the world of Elden Ring on February 25th when it is released on PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Alright, that is everything from me. Thank you all for watching this video. Let me know, what are the most exciting things for you this February? Would you have made this list any different? Leave me a comment down below, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And for those of you listening on audio services, make sure to leave us a rating on either Apple or Spotify if you so wish. Make sure to join me and the entire Project X Talk gang on Thursdays live right here on YouTube at 5 p.m. Eastern for discussions on the latest and greatest of gaming. Follow us on all of our socials and make sure to join the Discord to get in on the discussion. My name is Ethan, aka White Sea Deer, and it has been a pleasure to present this video to you. Love y'all. Take it easy now.